Ladies and gents, good evening. We are in the playoffs of the Capture the Flag League. And, well, it's going to be 0 to Oku versus Alphabet Soup first. It's a battle between the Dutchies and the Canadians. And first of all, let's show you what the playoffs look like. As you can see, this is going to be the first match. Looks like tomorrow there will be a match between HDDev and Hash. That's one to look forward to for sure. Frenetics versus High Five, another non-Euro clan. And Boobs versus Essence. Some good matches coming your ways. Anyway, this match is about to start any second now. Let's quickly have a peek. So 0 to Oku had 23 points out of 5 matches played, so we're near flawless. And, well, of course, Alphabet Soup just on the other side of the spectrum, 12 points out of 5 matches, but from a completely different group, featuring Frenetics, HDDev, and Essence. So definitely a stacked group that Alphabet Soup were in. Alphabet Soup consists out of Flashka, Mungu, Solitary, Kairos, and Dosification, also known as unnamed player. It was pretty much, at least, well, from my perspective, it looks like it's a simple random because we've been waiting for, well, just about half an hour for this match to start. Well, we'll have to see what this guy can do. One thing's for sure, he is probably Canadian or North American, that's for sure, because his ping is rather high together with the rest of his team. Let's actually go into the game. And there you see that we're just waiting for 0 to Oku to ready up. And they consist out of Smeeze, Lazik, Samchun, TVM, also known as Vroku, Karhum, and Bubble Boy. A lot of Dutchies there. And definitely the favorites here. That's what you get when you start off with the playoffs, of course. You start off with the top player from one group versus the lowest player, lowest team of the other group. Let's add some audio here and let's enjoy the game. We've got, as you can see, Beijing, Paris. God. And we've also got Beijing coming your way. Yeah, Beijing was the choice of the Canadians, I think. And Paris will be the map for the decider. Bubba Boy is Macro, yes I know, that's Macro of course. Unfortunately he couldn't shoutcast with me since he's playing. But speaking of shoutcasting and GTVing, making this whole process a possibility. Some Dutchism there for you. It's SC Sailor Moon who well, graciously donates his free time to make this stream happen. And well, as you can see, 0 to Oku already have the first cap within a minute, and Samchun already in possession of the blue flag once more. The question is, where is the red flag? Can it be returned so that nice, very nice movement there. But he does die. That's high pinging for you when you die to a headshot once you pass a corner. Flash Cow, also known as Flash, will not get a willy. In fact, I think that the the red flag is still in possession of the Canadians. And unfortunately, OK does die here. So it will remain 1-0. And by the way, the stream is live. I'm watching the GTV, the delayed GTV, so I can instantly react to your comments, etc. Something that doesn't happen too often since we don't always have the luxury of a GTV cameraman. Once more, we follow Samchun here, doing the same jump, and this time he will bring it home. 2-0, 1 cap a minute. Very nice average here for the guys of 0 to Oku. And in comes Solitary with a silenced Negev. As long as we don't have a similar match as I think that was 2 days ago, in which one of the teams in a quarter-final completely, well, gave up after playing 2 minutes. That was kind of a shame. clearing an S30 being used by the Euros. And Slazik, well, he's a very good S30 player, but is it the best of choice in a CTF match? I don't think so. So after a very aggressive first 2 minutes, it's been well, not a lot of caps, at least a lot of attempts, of course, but no successful pushes. Flash here looking for a death, but is he going to get it? Well, his team is kind of preoccupied. Apparently not. Flash is going to remain alive with 1% for another 15 seconds. And in come the raining nades of the Euros. And very successful. As you can see, all of the Canadians are dead. And Slazik will, or should at least, bring this home. Throws it over to Maku, who will make this the third cap. Alright. Some smokes are going to be used, I guess. So unfortunately this weekend I didn't really have time for what I promised you guys, that I would arrange knockouts, but well, I've announced it through here, so it's definitely going to happen. Not next week, but the week after that, the weekend after that. Another Sunday afternoon fragging. But unfortunately the Canadians can't frag too much here. They seem to be having some difficulties, and it might be due to the horrendous ping that I'll show you just in a second. As you can see, they're pinging about a third of what the Euros are pinging. Of course, that means that the next map will be played on the map on the server of the Canadians. Couldn't agree with you more. Extraction, URT, the best game ever. There's a reason most of us have played this for a couple of, well, near on 10 years or longer. And it seems, wow, Soku, or also known as Samchun, getting away with the flag and dropping it over to Maku. So at the moment, still kind of one-sided. I really wonder whose home map this is. I have the sneaking suspicion that this is the map choice of the Euros, but that wouldn't really make sense, since normally you play your home map on the away server. Instant return there by OK. And as you can see, score-wise, it's Dosification who is having a little bit of trouble hanging on. That's what you get when you unfortunately don't have enough subs in your team. If you're really rooting on 5 players and you finally start to play, or you finally get a date and time for your match, then you might need a random to fill up your team. Okay, actually I just got the correct information. Paris was indeed the choice of the Europeans. Oh, what's this? So, playing your home map on the home server. Then I'm really looking forward to Beijing. Beijing, a map that gets played often or semi-often, but well, actually it doesn't get played often. What am I talking about? If it gets played, it most times gets played by the French community or the French national team. So I wonder what the Canadians will do there. And we see Smeeze subbing in for Samchun. Honestly, guys, I detest your nicknames, but, well, whatever. Well, it does seem like Paris is well and truly in the bag here for the Europeans. I wonder what the Canadians can do on the easier side. I honestly think that the red side is easier since you have the high ground and a little bit more routes. Oh, actually, I just read that SC Sailor Moon is not the GTV cameraman just yet. He was going to, but it's Biddle. And with 1 minute remaining here, Dion, also known as Carvin, gets the 7th flag in. Solitary using a silenced PSG. Oh, fantastic nade straight at the feet there of the opponent by OK. Now, unfortunately, still the Canadians are not in possession of the flag, even though all of the Euros were dead. And that's a drawback of the night vision goggles. You don't see if it's your opponent or not. Then again, it might also have been Solitary being a little bit of a troll. That happens often enough. And 7-0 will be the score of the first half. Well, I got a message from the GTV cam that we will have a short break, maximum 2 minutes, so don't go away too far. We'll be right back after these messages. And by the way, if you are not yet following the channel, don't forget to hit that follow button. And of course, we also always appreciate any and all subscriptions. We're just one away from an additional emoticon here on Twitch. Be right back. And we are back. So we're about to ready up for another 10 minutes here on Paris. 7-0 is the score on the first half. And as you can see, pings still incredibly high. And let's add some audio as well. Dossification, who was surprised there by the flank of the Euros. Still, the blue flag is off of its spot, but not too far, to be honest. Oh, actually, geez, my apologies, it was very far off its spot. In fact, the Canadians have actually made a cap. Oh, very nice spotting here by Maku. So 1-0 to the Canadians. A potential comeback here would take a lot of doing here, and especially, and there we go, once more that bug with the Colt being shown. But back to, in fact, maybe even 2 for the price of 1. It's Karhum now who's running the flag, and as you can see, oh, gets stuck there on the angle. And will die here to someone. It's a hot potato situation, but Karhum will bring it home here. And Moku, also known as Bubble Boy, also known as Maku, making the cap. And Mvoku, okay, that's TV. Not confusing at all, guys, not confusing at all. Anyway, as you can see, Flash here opting for the flank. But yeah, timing. That's the key to victory here with pretty much any CTF, wave CTF game. Doesn't matter if you manage to kill all of your opponents, but if they are about to respawn, then you're going to have a tough old time. Especially since most times you will not have 100% health remaining after a firefight. But the flag has escaped, and Samchun here, well, a bit of a pickle with 34% remaining. Oh, very nice movement here by OK, but yeah, that's not really a smart case. We'll be looking for a death here, and actually he managed to cock that grenade to perfection, and he gets a kill as well. That's fantastic, a fantastic job there. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, and the return on the other side. Fantastic action there by Zero to Oku. That was a little bit less than stellar. Predicting another flank here, probably by Flash. In come the smoke nades. Oh, a fantastic nade there. Straight at the feet of the respawned Canadians. That means that for the next, well, actually wave respawn, but it's only Kairos who's remaining. I was about to say that they would be very low. Kairos gets the kill nevertheless there. And, well, as you can see, Zero to Oku pushing hard. And are in possession of the flag now. Flash. I wonder where Flash is actually. And the flag has been returned, so it will be 4-1 in a matter of seconds. And in fact, it might even be 5-1. Nice sacrificial lamb there in the form of Karhum. Soku not going for the return. Just having to wait for Maku to do the hard work. And well, it's a bit of a cap train here. 3 back-to-back. Flash is in possession of the flag though. But he didn't get far. So 6-1. And the aggregate score now 13-1. Kind of one-sided, I admit, but as I said in the first round, first half, home map, home server. Oh my goodness gracious! Okay, there with a 3 streak, and definitely not done yet. Another key to victory, as I mentioned, timing there, but also making use of sound. Or in this case, avoiding to make sound. Unfortunately, the prediction skills of that defender were also very good. Was here in possession of the flag, but won't get far. Yeah, there's a reason why the PSG is not one of the most used weapons in Urban Terror. Gets shot from two sides, but does get far enough to drop it over to Carham. And Solitary all of a sudden is hitting with the PSG. All of the Euros are dead. Oh, and OK has a free route towards this cap. 8-3. Very nice and just in the nick of time. Colt is so OP, it's crazy. OP in the right hands, I have to say, because I thought, oh, okay, I've seen these guys owning with it, why not try it? But yeah. Give me my trusted Desert Eagle any day of the week. Strong with this one. And Solitary won't bleed to death and actually gets the headshot there on MVT. You can hear that stupid PSG from a mile off. It's not even that loud, but it's just a very distinctive sound. Somebody's going to sleep with the fishies. In comes a very aggressive push here by Zero to Oku. Oh, fantastic slide! Oh my god! That's, ladies and gentlemen, why people practice icy jumps. Hi teammate. Bye teammate. So with a minute remaining, the aggregate score 19-3. And, well, I'm sure that we're all looking forward to the next map. It still surprises me that the gaming community has not made, like, some kind of island in the middle of the Atlantic between America and Europe for good things. Okay, well that's another couple of seconds wasted there, Kairos. But yeah, servers in the center of the Atlantic would be fantastic for this kind of gaming. Anyway, as you can see, the score not close by a long shot, 21-3, the score here on Paris. Looking forward to see what Beijing will bring us, the choice of the Canadians. Glad you guys are entertained, Tulimasta and Extraction. Nice to see you guys around, especially nice to see some old players coming back to the game. Anyway, we will have to wait for the next map. It's probably going to take at least 4 minutes. So guys, go to get your beers on this Sunday evening, or water if you have to work tomorrow. Yes, I'm holding up my hand. Oh, Jesus, that was kind of loud. And we'll be back after this music, and we'll go live just in time for Beijing. Great. This is why I'm on the delayed stream, so that I can get a warning before the match starts. But unfortunately, I didn't get it. SC Sailor Moon, I'm looking at you, mate. Step up your game. Anyway, we are going back to the game. It's only 10 seconds in. 10 minutes in would be horrendous. And this is Beijing. Very Chinese-themed map. And, well, we're only 20 seconds in and no caps just yet. Anyway, so I wasn't prepared whatsoever for this. But as you can see, they did not change servers. That is very, very strange. I completely don't understand that whatsoever. But maybe the Canadians already, and I hope not, honestly, but maybe they already, well, gave up. I have no idea what would be the reason not to play on a North American server otherwise. But okay, can't look in their minds, and well, let's focus on the game really. This map, since we have a couple of returning Urban Terror guys, this is one of the new maps that is starting to be picked up kind of regularly. It's not that new, it's like 3 years old or something like that. But together with Orbital, Prague, and of course Paris that you just saw, it's nice to see that non-regular maps like Turnpike Abbey, Algiers, etc. are also being played. And in fact, I'm seeing that it's being switching over more and more to the custom maps, which is nice, since well, a 50-50 balance would be good to see in Urban Terror. There's a lot of very dedicated map makers who spend tons of their time making maps, but unfortunately, as long as it's not in the game, it doesn't get as much attention as most maps deserve. Anyway, in the meantime, Zero to Oku have managed to make one cap, and it's Samchun here trying to build upon that lead. And there we go, 2-0. I wouldn't like to see dressing room, to be honest. Dressing room CTF with 10 players? No thanks. You think you're going not far, that's for sure. 7 minutes remaining here, and well, the Europeans not going to allow themselves to be surprised here on Beijing. Most times the North Americans can surprise Europeans on like maps on Team Survivor such as Sanctuary, etc. But well, Beijing doesn't seem to be a massive surprise, tactics-wise at least. Timing of those nades was not really good, but well, the defense still holding strong here. And in fact, it seems to be pretty level in this map. But the Canadians are yet to get close to a cap. Maybe, and well, actually, I was about to say maybe I can shoutcast the other quarter-final of the Team Survivor League happening this evening between Immortal 7 and Z2X, but unfortunately I have to work tomorrow really early, so I won't be able to shoutcast that. But who knows? Maybe there's a GTV cameraman available. I'll ask that, and before the end of this match, I'll give you an update. But yeah, that's Immortal 7 versus Z2X. And that's definitely an interesting match, since well, this one will complete the quarterfinals. Well, if it is GTV'd, I can always shoutcast the demo, and I definitely would like to do that. But as you can see, this is rapidly looking to be one of the flash nice double helmet shots there, but rapidly looking like it's going to be what's it called? Run over, walk over, walk over. Okay, well, good news, guys. The GTV will be available for the quarterfinal, which gets played in just under 40 minutes. Nice to see another non-Euro clan get towards the playoffs, and well, Immortal 7 consisting of loads of Colombian players. And if I'm not mistaken, there's also actually, Justification is also one of their players. But yeah, that's Team Survivor, not CTF. And there is definitely a different skill set required, especially if you have no experience in CTF. A public server just simply won't prepare you for this kind of coordination between players. It's a real team effort. And nice flag on flag return here by Kairos. And maybe he can even make a cap here. Oh, but there's two. Yeah, unfortunate. That sort of coordination, that's exactly what I was talking about. One defender remaining, okay, well, let's hit him from 3 sides at the same time, surprise the living daylights out of him. Fantastic way to show off what coordination in CTF brings. I mean, Team Survivor, it's definitely, I don't understate what kind of skill is required with Team Survivor, but it's different, and it's a lot less hectic, which I mean, tactics like this have to be made on the fly, whereas in Team Survivor, well, you have the strat time, you've got 3 seconds, and if you died earlier, well, you can think about what you want to do in the next round. Thinking on your feet, as they call it. So with 40 seconds remaining here, does it look like well, actually one more cap could actually happen here, since the defense of the Oku guys is very strong. It's 7-1 is. So with 10 seconds remaining here, it's going to be a very hard route to force the third decider here for the Canadians. I don't think it's going to happen, but nevertheless they'll definitely try. And GG, good half, etc. We'll be back in just a couple of seconds for the next half. Okay, well, welcome back, everybody. This is about to start. We're just waiting for the Canadians to ready up. And, well, let's actually go over to the game. No substitutions, etc. Nothing required, really. I still don't understand why the Canadians didn't play on their home map ever since, well, the urban terror community was decreasing. That's pretty much like 3 years ago. Or maybe a little bit longer, I don't know. For my feeling, it's 3 years ago. That's when the Canadians, the North Americans, the South Americans, even the Asians started to play in the Urban Zone League together with the Europeans. And, well, they are definitely welcome to well, keep the community alive. But unfortunately, well, we haven't seen non-European clans win any event. They definitely got close. Don't underestimate how far like clans like High Five, etc. came. But we're still waiting for our first non-European of the league. But this season, the Team Survivor League is still well, very well represented by the South American teams. That's nice to see. Oh, nice try there, sliding all the way. To keep potential flag returns, or returners I should say, back in their spawn. Nice try there, Maku. Solitary now in possession of the flag. Kairos and OK to support. Flash gets killed here. Solitary with only 20% remaining, and Maku hot on his heels, I guess. But it's going to be 2-1. Flash not going to get very far. Oh, why don't you... See, that's what I mean with wave respawn. Flash could have killed his teammate. And, well, unfortunately, he wasn't very aware of that wavy line at the right top. Oh, gets spotted here! And Dion, also known as Karhum, will return the flag. Great job there. And, well, sometimes you just see stuff like that people are way too focused on... moving in. So dosification does show that he definitely has the skill to kill, but unfortunately the CTF skills are still kind of lacking. At least against a great team like these. Let's see what the potential opponents will be for Zero to Oku. They'll either face HD Dev or Hash, which is, well, going to be an interesting battle, to be honest, especially if it's going to be versus Hash, but I think that it's probably going to be HD Dev. The French-sponsored team. Oh my goodness. Can't even kill your teammates. The pre-shoot is real, but well, with only 1 hit out of 27 bullets, that's kind of crappy. Approaching the halfway point here of the last half of this match. And, well, 0 to Oku too strong. They're really holding that angle, giving you a great view of the respawning opponents. And in comes the 5th. Great timing to kill all of the opponents just before the respawn, but unfortunately he doesn't have enough. I mean, the timing was okay because it surprised them, but if he had enough stamina, he would have been able to run this himself. In this case though, Maku brings it home, and 6-1 will be the result. Solitary down to 1%. Kind of frustrating, especially in this situation, since, well, Maku, knowing that you are so low, will not really be hunting the kill. In fact, he's just hoping that you stay alive for another wave respawn, and then he'll finish you off. Oof. Maku won't be too pleased with MVT there. Although, well, when you're in the lead by, well, what is the aggregate score right now? It's 13-2. I'm sure that they are too displeased. Although, a lot of the Canadians managed to kill the opposition this wave respawn. And Dion showing himself for Solitary's obliging LR300. Can Samsung return the red flag? I think not. In comes Flash, making it 6-2. Long range MP5 still gets hits, unbelievable. The worst sound you ever hear in Urban Terror. So now that the Oku guys are playing a little bit more relaxed, it's also that the Canadians are starting to make a couple of frags, couple of caps, but it's too little too late. 6-3 here with 1 minute remaining. There might be 1 or 2 more caps, but Yeah, here we go. Going to make it 7-3. Here we'll delay the push or the defenders. Sup Crimson, nice to see you joining us for the last 30 seconds of this match. Either way, we're going to say GG and congratulations, Zero to Oku. You have well and truly placed yourselves for the semi-final of the CTF League Season 30. Looking forward to see them play against either HD Dev or Hash. And here we go, GG. Good season. Well, glad to hear that it was a good season, despite well, not getting further in these these playoffs. So let's have a quick peek at the playoffs. Then I'll give you a quick preview of what's coming your way in, well, just under 25 minutes. On GTV. I won't be able to shoutcast that, unfortunately. But here, at the top, we find Oku versus well, the guys from Alphabet Soup. Sorry, they got knocked out, unfortunately. But as you can see, we still have High Five team holding up the non-Euro hopes this season. HDF versus Hash might be played tomorrow. That would be great because that's a time that I can actually shoutcast as well. Anyway, for this game, it's Zero to Oku who were stronger than Alphabet Soup. In 25 minutes, there is a match between Immortal 7 and Z2X team. It's the last match of the quarterfinals of the Team Survivor League, sorry. So keep an eye out on Discord and on on IRC. It will definitely be announced there on which GTV server it will be held. And the winner of this will face off against Essence for a place in the grand final. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed it. And don't forget to hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're just one subscriber away from the emoticons, guys. So if somebody has some spare cash hanging around, this would be the best time. And also, don't forget that in 2 weeks, we will have a knockout. And all subscribers get a free spot in the knockout tournament. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend, and we'll be back with more Urban Zone and Urban Terror action the upcoming week. Keep an eye out on facebook.com/UrbanZoneLeague and twitter.com/UrbanZoneLeague. I'm going to leave you with the tradition, and I'm going to say good night, everybody, and thanks for watching.